na kaso. Especially yung namatay na vigilante style na namatay. At hindi pa na-identify yung mga assailants. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa pong progress report.
Yes po.
Lahat yon.
Lahat.
How many are those?
Of the 200 families that we have, I would say at least the ones I'm familiar with, at least 10.
10.
At least 10.
But
Pero there could be others na hindi namin na nasinsin pa. Pero in these 10 cases, we have been monitoring
uh
and checking kung as in the case of Jane Lee, yung parang progress report nila came a few days after the incident and it says nothing.
So, yung sinabi niyo pong 200, these are cases that you're familiar with, but not
Yes, Your Honor.
necessarily the ones you're handling.
Yes, as shared yesterday or the other day, Your Honor, we have
Yesterday.
200 families, 20 of which we tried to build up, for filing, 6 which we were able to file in court, 2 which we brought to court, 1 of which we got conviction. So parang dadaan po sa butas ng karayom.
So, ibig sabihin, yung sinabing walang progress report, does that also mean that we do not, up to now, know the suspects? Identified the suspects?
Yung pong, yes po, for the 10, definitely until now, wala pa pong suspect or wala pa pong movement doon sa incident. In fact, we are actually thinking of going to CIDG kasi yung original perspective namin, CIDG takes on cold cases. So if 6 months after hindi pa na huhuli yung suspect. But unfortunately, in the places where this happened, Bulacan, Caloocan, parang hindi masyadong magaling ba yung CIDG. So we're thinking of going to national or...
Did you give us the copy of all those cases?
We committed yesterday to give a copy of the police reports and the statuses of some cases po.
Yeah, so
We
that
will
we
submit.
can, yeah, so that I think the PNP now, based on the General Bakay's responses, na gusto, ano nila, okay, para pag-progress report. Maybe we can start from there, no? Uh, can we be assured that after 7 years, ilang years nitong mga ano, ilang years na po itong mga kaso na to?
Karamihan 7 years.
7
Some
years.
6, 2018, 2019.
General Bakay.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
We'll be glad to assist.
And can you also coordinate, Mr. Chair, no? Attorney Conti, can you also, if there are progress reports that you received, can you also inform this committee so that we can also keep track on the progress of these cases?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any other victims to present, Attorney Conti?
Your Honor, in the record of the committee, I think the other victim whose kumbaga perpetrators were summoned are those in the case of Efren Morillo. That case is handled by Center Law, Attorney Gilbert Andres.
We have PO1 James Agarao present with us today. Am I right? Will you please sit right here so we could be able to, Hasan, yung...
Your Honor, we don't handle this case. Again, it's Center Law. But if the committee would have questions to PO1 Agarao.
So PO1 Agarao. Please explain yourself. What happened to Efren Murillo et al. Case in Payatas, Quezon City?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yung operation po namin is Oplan Tokhang po.
Were you involved in the shooting of Efren Murillo?
I was in the area, sir, pero hindi po ako nagpaputok dun.
So you were not involved in the shooting, but
Yes.
You were in the area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're under oath, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, who were involved in the shooting then?
Our team leader, sir, PO3 Alan Formilesa.
PO3 Alan Formilesa.
Yes.
Which is not present today, even if we invited him to come.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, we did. No, and there's no explanation, correct? So have we made a motion for a cost order for this guy? To issue a cost order for the guy?
Mr. Chair, if I may ask, how many times did we extend invitation to particular individual? once.
Ayun pa lang.
And
Oo.
did we receive any
No.
reply?
We have invited PO3 Alan Formilesa and PO1 Melchor Nabisaga, but they did not were able to come, and they didn't even explain through
This is the
letter.
expertise of Manong Romy. Manong Romy hindi daw nag-attend.
Oh.
Without any explanation.
Hindi pa. Sige, mag-motion ka na to issue cost order.
Mr. Chair, is the according to the rules that any invited guest who fails to attend this committee with no submitted reasons or justifications as to their absences or their absence, we will issue a show cause order. So
Therefore, all of those that weren't able to attend and did not properly explain should be issued show cause order so that
That's
they could be compelled to come.
Yeah, because
That's
that would
the
be
motion.
unfair. Yes, that would be unfair to our guests.
Is there a second? Moved and seconded that a show cause order would be issued to them. Hearing no objection, then it's approved. Okay, in the Rillo case muna, no? Okay, so you were not actually there in the shooting, but you were in the area.
Yes.
So please explain to us what happened.
Sir, may order po kasi sa amin, sir, na puntahan yung subject namin, which is the residence of Marcelo Daa, subjected drug pusher in the area of Payatas particularly.
Ayun, sino yun?
Marcelo Daa po.
Siya yung drug pusher.
Yes, sir. Yung subject
Yes.
talaga namin, sir.
Yung Efren Murillo, hindi.
No, sir. Specifically, Marcelo Daa po yung
Where
sinabi
is
sa akin
Police
yung victim.
Major Emil Garcia? Police Major Emil Garcia, you'll please come over here, okay, because you're also involved. Meron legal counsel, no? Si Attorney Stephen David, diyan ba siya? Okay. All right. So let us first hear the explanation of PO1 James Agarao, and then afterwards I'll be asking you, Major Garcia, on your explanation on this. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. As I said before, may order po kami na puntahan yung residence ni Marcelo Daa to conduct
Who ordered?
our team leader, sir, PO3 Alan Formulesa.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed,
Go ahead, Congressman.
may I know if this is the first time that he will appear in this hearing?
This is first time.
And did he take his oath?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he did.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then po yung nung na-orderan po kami ni PO3 Alan Formulesa dun sa pupuntahan naming residence ni Marcelo Daa, pinuntahan na po namin dun sa mismong lugar sa may Group 9 Sitio Rolling Hills, Payatas. And then pagdating namin dun sa area, meron kaming nadaanan ng mga kapitbahay niya, which is in the name of Lea Barcelona. Kapatid po yun nung kapitbahay ni Marcelo Daa. Tinanong ko po kung kilala nila si Marcelo Daa, kung saan yung bahay. Ang sabi po sa amin, doon po sa may tindahan sa may baba kasi bangin po yung dinadaanan namin eh. So sa bandang baba po meron pong flattened area po doon. May mga bahay po na nakatayo. Yung dito po sa pinakagilid, andun po yung bahay ni Marcelo Daa. And then nung pagdating namin doon, may mga nakita kami naman nagkakarakrus. Sinabihan na namin na tigilan nyo na yan, baka mahuli kayo. Kasi hindi naman sila talaga yung subject namin, kaya hinayaan na lang namin. Tapos, nauna po kasi si PO3 Alan Formulesa, nauna sa amin, siguro mga 5 meters away ang layo niya sa amin. Then may narinig kami na parang tiyahin yata ni Marcelo Daa yun eh. Nagsumbong kay PO3 Alan Formulesa, nasabi, yung taguan nila nandun sa likod ng bahay. Parang kubol siya, sir eh. Then nung pinuntahan ni Sir Alan yung lugar, merong parang sumigaw doon na hindi kami papahuli ng buhay. Yun ang pagkadinig ko, sir. Nasa likod ko si Melchor Nabisaga, magkasunod lang kami. Then nakarinig kami ng putukan. Hindi na namin nakikita yung putukan kasi sir. Nasa gilid ng bahay yun sir eh. Nasa harapan kami mismo. Tapat kami ng tindahan. Nagkakaputukan. Hindi na namin alam yung masyadong nangyari kasi masyado mabilis yung pangyayari sir eh. Siguro mga 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, ganun lang ang putukan. Then after, pinuntahan namin yung crime scene. Nakita namin may nakabulagta na 3 tao dun sa harap ng kubol, sir. Sa kubol mismo. Then pagsilip ko dun sa loob, nakita namin yung subject namin, si Marcelo Daa, na nandun, patay na rin. Tapos nasa harapan nila yung mga tutor. 2 tutor yun, parang bote ng 1.5. Tapos may mga straw, may mga sachet na rin ng suspected shabu. And then may nakita kami mga baril. So hindi na namin pinakilamanan yung mga gamit na yun kasi evidence na yun sir. Sinecure na namin kaagad. Para sa SOCO, inantay na namin. Tapos tinanong namin si Sir Alan kung anong nangyari. Yun nga, meron daw nakatakas na 3 tao. Then after, yun nga, dumating na yung SOCO, dumating na yung first responders, yung mga kasama namin doon sa Bagong Silangan. Then lastly, dumating si Police Major Emil Garcia. Siya yung pinakahuling dumating sir eh. Tapos nalaman na lang namin na meron palang nahuli sa San Mateo Police na ospital na may tama ng baril dito. Doon namin nalaman na merong nabuhay si Efren Murillo po. Doon na namin and then sabi ko baka ito na nga yun, na shootout na yun. Dinala ng San Mateo Police sa Station 6. Then dinala na sa East Avenue. Then the rest is history na sir. Doon na nagkakaso-kaso na kami.
Okay, yes, Attorney Conti, na
Yeah.
buhay ba si Efren Murillo?
Yes, Your Honor. With deference to the lawyers of Efren Murillo, may I share the
Okay
version
na ba
of
siya?
Efren
Magaling na ba siya?
I think, sir, Your Honor, but he is under protective custody because, so number one, Your Honor,
So he's not here.
he's not here. I don't think he was summoned. And I think at the last hearing, Attorney Gilbert Andres said that you can direct the summons to him. But one, Efren Murillo was charged in this case with direct assault. So ito po yung, well, hindi siya namatay, no? Pero di umano siya yung laban. Kinasuhan po siya ng direct assault. Nanalo po siya sa kasong yon dahil yung version na kinakwento ni PO1 Agaraw, yeah, was, well, it was their version versus Efren Murillo's version. Nung pinagbangga, mas kapanipaniwala po kayong Efren Murillo. In that proceedings, Your Honor, the version of Murillo was that nangungutang po siya kay Marcelo Daa. Sabi ni Daa, wait lang, ganyan. Tapos habang naghihintay, parang naglaro sila ng konti. Maya-maya, dumating yung mga pulis at pinatay sila. Si Efren Murillo, nagpanggap pong patay. So marami kasi ngang binarel. Nagpanggap na patay, at umalis saglit yung mga pulis. Itong si Efren ay gumapang palabas ng bahay papunta sa may highway. May nakita daw po siyang pulis, and I'm referring to some documents that are clipped in a report. Actually, this case has been heavily featured in many news reports, Your Honor. In this report, it says na si Efren Murillo nakagapang, nakakita ng pulis pero natatakot siya. So ginapang niya yung sarili niya hanggang makakita siya ng trusted personnel and eventually ended up in the hospital. Pag dun sa ospital, yun na, medyo nagja-jive na po yung kwento. Pinahuli na nila dahil ito daw ay kumbaga nanlaban at ang kaso ni Efren Murillo ay direct assault. This case was tried before, I think, Quezon City, no? Ito yung branch 42. He was acquitted of those charges. Now, unfortunately, at the previous hearing din yata, if I recall, Attorney Andres mentioned that Murillo filed counter charges against the policemen. So siya naman po ang nagsampa ng kaso sa mga police. Unfortunately, at that time, it had just been dismissed. So perhaps we can coordinate with Attorney Andres for the submission of these decisions. The acquittal of Murillo, believing his story over that of the story of the policeman, and perhaps the dismissal by the ombudsman of the counter charges, Your Honor.
Dinismiss ng ombudsman yung counter charges.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, on the same, similar charge, grounds of presumption of regularity of duty, self-defense, and lawful performance of duty. Thereabouts yung kumbaga grounds to dismiss the charges.
How can he be acquitted of any crime but the counter charges would also be dismissed?
Well, it depends on the appreciation, pero from what it appears, the ombudsman, kahit na parang napatunayan na hindi siya yung nanlaban, parang siguro yung decision ng ombudsman ay hindi man siya nanlaban, pero hindi din, kumbaga, nung binaril siya, justified ang
But he
police.
was not in the list.
No, Your Honor. It
No,
was
he's not.
clear that he was not part of any list.
Okay.
Kaya lang, ang nagpupilit lang po niya na medyo part siya ng operation ay itong mga pulis. Kasi sinasabi ng mga pulis, nung nilapitan pa nga nila yung bahay, may sumigaw daw na hindi kami pahuhuli ng buhay. Sabi ng court, parang hindi naman kapanipaniwala yan. Kaya it's the other version, Your Honor.
Major Garcia, will you please explain your part?
Your Honor, si Efren Murillo po at yung apat na namatay, kasama po yan sa mga report ng binibigay ng Barangay Commonwealth, Barangay Bagong Silangan, Barangay Old Balara, tsaka po ni Councilor Rudubiga, yung punta po sa termino ng Barangay Captain po ng Batasan Hills. Kaya yun po sinasabing hindi po kasama po yan. At meron po report po, IR, naipasa po kay Sir Patay na na-receive ko rin po hanggang saan po, kaya sa dito at sa opisina po ng District Director po namin that time. Kay Gerald Sir po, sir. Kaya kasama po siya sa ano. At hindi lang po sa drugs po yan, pati po sa robbery hold up. Pinapangalanan po yung grupo na yan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sige, tuloy mo. So naniniwala ka na si Efren Murillo kasama?
Yes, sir. Kasi nasa ano po yan eh. Sinasabi po sa akin yan prior po sa insidente.
Bakit na-acquit ng korte?
Doon po sir sa sa direct assault po sir. Ang paliwanag po sir sa amin ng piskal. Yung huling-huling mga kasi 3 lipat po sir, Your Honor po, 3 lipat po ng ng korte eh. Yung branch 133. Yung pong huling-huling piskal na nagpaliwanag po sa akin. Kung yan si Murillo, pininpoint ni Formaleza na yan ang mismo na maril. Sana guilty yan. Ang problema kay Formaleza, generic ang sagot niya. Lahat pinartikular niya. Dapat sana pininpoint niya na si Murillo ang isa sa namaril para si Murillo guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Yun po ang paliwanag po sa akin. Nung fiscal po. Na kasi mag-EMR po sana kami ang sabi po sana, kahit naman mag-EMR ka, kahit basahin mo transcript wala kang masabi na si Murillo mismo ang namaril na pinipinpoint, positive identification. Wala kang ganun. Kaya kahit saan makarting yan, laglag pa rin yan, talo pa rin kayo. Kaya ang lapis si nakipormalesa. Yun sir, kaya po Your Honor, yun po ang dahilan, kaya po hindi kami nag-MR na. Kasi wala naman daw pong papupuntahan dahil mismo kay Piotr Formaleza nang galing po na sinasabi na hindi mismo hindi niya po pininpoint, positive identification na si Murillo ang namaril. Generic po kasi ang sagot po Bali lahat po sila namutok. Yun po ang paliwanag po ng piskal.
Do we have any of our colleagues that would like to ask questions to Major Garcia here?
Mr. Chair. Sige. Major Garcia. Opo, Your Honor.
Could you please give me your 3 previous assignments before dito sa insidente?
Sir, nung batch 2000 po ako, Your Honor 2002 sir, pag-graduate ko po ng PSPRC. 2002 hanggang 2009 sa SWAT po sir ako ng sa Bigutan. Selari po sir. 2009 sir, po ako, nag-schooling po ako ng CREDEC. Kaya napunta po ako na detail po sir ako sa IAS NCR. Panahon po ni Gerald Iper Magbanwa. Tapos po, assign naman po ako ng 2011 or 12 po yata nung sa Station 6 kung saan po doon po ako nakapag-lateral entry. Tapos pag-graduate ko po, nakabalik din po ako ng Batasan. Ayun po, hanggang sa 2017, yung na-issuean po, na-relieve po kami dahil sa reklamo po kay Murillo. Yun, natapon po ako ng Marikina po, Your Honor, hanggang sa Pasig po.
Pero hindi ikaw ang head ng batasan.
Ano po, ako lang po yung PCP commander po that time.
Sino ang boss niyo?
Si Sir Pate po, sir. Nung sa incident po na to.
Okay, thank you. Anong ranko mo, Iho?
Police Staff Sergeant, sir.
Staff Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Anong apelyido? Agaraw. Sinabi mo kanina na ang purpose ninyo is to implement Project Tokhang. Tama po.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano ba yung Project Tokhang?
Sir,
Ano po dapat ang gawin ng pulis doon?
ang pagkakaintindi ko po dun sa Oplan Tokhang is
Hindi dapat yung pagkaintindi mo eh. Ano ang sinasabi ng higher headquarters dapat ang masunod? Hindi po yung iyong pagkaintindi. Ano?
yes, sir, knock and plead, sir, doon sa mga drug personalities na nakalista doon sa listahan ng BADAC, sir.
Anong diferensya nito sa Oplan double barrel? Kasi ang pagkaalam ko yung Project Tokhang is the lower barrel. Yun ang tawag nyo ng mga pulis doon eh. Kaya may diferensya yun. Pero kung nag-implement kayo na isang bagay na hindi nyo alam, may magkakalintik-lintik na tayo. Diba? Hindi mo alam kung anong diferensya nun eh. Matanong nga kita. Ano po ba ang protocol na gagawin sa Oplan or Project Tokhang, which is differentiated from Oplan double barrel? Kasi yung Tokhang is the lower barrel. Kumbaga yung shotgun, dalawa eh, lower upper o hindi magkatabi. Di po ba? Oh, Mr. Chairman, if you are implementing something that you do not know, talaga nga magkakaproblema. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Hindi mo kaya sagutin yun.
Meron po kasing memorandum circular doon, sir, eh. Hindi po ako aware doon sa memo.
How would you implement something that you're not even aware of?
Sir, nung time po kasi na yun is sumusunod lang kami sa mga utos ng mga nakakataas, sir.
Sumusunod ka lang sa mga nakakataas na hindi mo alam kung bakit.
Ako, Mr. Chair, in relation to that,
Oh,
alam nyo po na yung gagawin nyo under the Oplan double barrel, alam nyo mo pong peligro, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alam nyo po yung pupuntahan yung lugar, baka magkaroon ng resistance at magkaroon ng armed encounter, hindi ho ba?
At that time, sir, hindi ko po naiisip yung mga ganong bagay, sir, kasi
Anong
maganda po yung purpose nung
Yes,
pagpunta
I know.
namin, sir.
Pero ang tinatanong ko lang po is kasi yung follow-up ko lang po dun sa tanong ni Congressman Acop. Kailan po ba ito nangyari? Itong insidente kay Murillo?
August 21, 2016, Your Honor.
21, 2016. Okay. Ito po ba yung Tokhang pa ito o double barrel?
Yung Tokhang po, yung unang-una. Double barrel.
Double barrel na.
Okay, sir.
Pero may mga insidente na po na mga nagkakaroon ng encounter before na nangyari itong Murillo, no? Aware na po kayo?
Hindi po ako aware, sir.
Okay. So, pero alam nyo na yung gagawin nyo is mapipiligro kayo. Alam nyo po ba yun? Aware na ho kayo doon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oo. Aware na kayo doon. Mr. Chair, I find it very, I find it, yung tanong kasi ni General Acop, I know that you're following orders from your superior, but at the very least, since you are putting yourself at risk by doing your job, you would at least know how you would be able to execute those orders, no? So I find it rather unusual na hindi nila ma-differentiate and they cannot give us at least how they would understand, how would they would understand these orders and how would they act according to the protocols, inclusive or part of the orders given to them by their superior. That's all, Mr. Chair. Kasi at stake ang buhay mo, of course, you would naturally you would ask for something. Ano ba?
Major, anong palagay mo sa sagot ni PO1 Agaraw?
Your Honor, ang kulang lang po sa konting paliwanag po yun na ang ano po talaga double reloaded po. Ay double barrel. Ang ano lang po ron, katok at pakiusap. Ngayon po yung kung nai-distinct
Katok at pakiusap, patay. Nakapatay kayo.
Your Honor, unfortunate lang po kasi yun. Nagkataon lang po na mayroong imminent danger. Kaya po dumating sa punto na kinakailangan pangtanggol yung sarili nila, yung mga napalaban. Ilan naman po sir ang nangyayari, Your Honor, yun po nangyayari dun eh. Meron po may imminent danger, kaya that's the time po para pagtanggol nila yung sarili nila.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Congressman Busita.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Major Garcia, anong unit assignment ninyo dito sa issue na to?
Ano po sir, PCP-4 Commander po sir, sa Bagong Silangan.
PCP-4.
Commander.
Okay.
Opo, Your Honor.
Nung bang na-assign ka sa PCP-4, sinong nauna sa assignment nyo sa PCP-4? Ikaw or si Sergeant Agaraw?
Sir, nung ma-assign po sir kami dyan, bali lipat bahay po sir. Kasama ko po ito sa Payatas eh. Prior po sir dyan, PCP Commander ako ng Payatas. Tapos po sir, nung malipat sir ako ng Bagong Silangan, lipat bahay po, lahat po ng pulis na tao kasama ko lumipat ng PCP-4 sa Bagong Silangan po sir, Your Honor.
Galing Hindi ko pa tinatanong yung iba, sinagot mo na. So yung mga personnel mo sa PCP-4, dala mo lahat yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Makikita naman yan sa record eh. Gusto ko lang, sagutin mo ng diretso.
Yes, Your Honor.
During your assignment sa PCP-4, nag-a-average ng ilan ang accomplishment ninyo sa anti-illegal drug operations weekly? Ulitin ko, makikita naman sa record yan eh. Ang gusto ko lang kapatid, sasagot ka na totoo.
Yes, Your Honor.
On the average, ilan weekly ang accomplishment ninyo? Ulitin ko Pwede kang magsinungaling ngayon. Pero, winawarningan kita kapatid, Major Garcia, kung hindi kami konbensido sa sagot mo, we can verify the records. So, tayo naman di magkaaway eh. Gusto ko lang malaman yung sagot mo. On the average, ilan weekly ang accomplishment ninyo sa PCP-4?
Siguro po, Your Honor, sa mga nasa 15 na drug output. Pero po yung pinapagawa po sa tukhang na 50 household na daily po na pinapa-comply sa amin.
So average 15 weekly.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ibig sabihin, at least 2 accomplishments per day. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Doon sa 15 accomplishment ninyo, average weekly, ilan yung, sabihin na natin may armed encounter, more or less ilan?
Sir, first time po yung armed encounter niya na nangyayari sa amin sa Bagong Silangan po. Yung po nangyayari kay Murillo. First time po yan, Your Honor.
Okay. Out of 15 accomplishments weekly, on the average, ilan yung arrested persons, ilan yung casualty, yung namatay?
Your Honor, first time nga po yung kay Murillo. Lahat po yun, na-file po namin complaint sa korte.
Hindi. Okay, baguhin natin ang tanong. Ilang months or year ka na-assign sa PCP-4?
7 buwan po yata, Your Honor. 7 buwan.
Okay. 7 months times, let's say, 4 weeks. 28 weeks. Okay. Sinasabi po niya, Mr. Chair, meron silang average accomplishment weekly na 15.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, meaning, ang target ninyo monthly is 60. Tama?
Your Honor, bali po kasi nung ako po ang PCP Commander, kung ano po yung reklamo ng kapitan at ng EXO po, yun po ang tinatrabaho po namin. Kaya kung ano po yung output, yun lang po.
Excuse me. Sinagot mo na nga 15. weekly.
Your Honor, yun po ang estimate ko. Pero hindi naman po permis kasi hindi naman po
Hindi,
naman po
sinagot
sustain
ko
yun
na
eh.
nga eh. Makikita naman sa record
Yes,
yan eh.
yes, Your Honor. Makakita ko naman po
So,
ang pinakamaraming output na dyan eh,
bakit-
PCP Commander.
Bakit meron kayong more or less 15 accomplishments weekly?
Your
Is it-
Honor, yun po kasi ang mga tinuturo po ng barangay captain at ang XO.
Hindi, ang tanong ko nga sa iyo, Mr. Chair, bakit kailangan may target tayo na at least 15? Follow-up question. Every week ba meron kayong conference?
Weekly po, meron kaming crime trend, Your Honor.
Saan nyo ginaganap ang
Diyan po, sir.
conference?
Diyan po, Your Honor, sa Station 60. Diyan po sa harap ng Congress. Dito.
Okay. So, during the conference, iniisa-isa kayo na PCP commanders ina-account ilan yung accomplishment mo for the previous week. Tama?
Opo, Your Honor.
Pare-pareho kayo, di ba?
Hindi naman po pare-pareho. Depende nga po sa sipag po ng PCP Commander, Your Honor.
So, ilang kayong PCP commanders sa station ninyo?
5, sir.
5 kayo. Kung titingnan mo, tayo naman, kung magkakasama sa assignment, kaya mo sabihin kung mas magaling ka sa akin o hindi. Tama ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. So, kung 5 kayo, iraranking mo yung sarili mo out of 5. Sa tingin mo, number ano ka dyan? Is it number 1 or ikaw yung pinakamahina?
Honest to goodness po, sir. Ako pinakamatigas, sir, na commander dito, sir. Sa
Ikaw ang
batasan ng panahon ko, sir.
pinakamatikas.
Yes, sir. Yes,
O,
Your Honor.
tama. Makikita natin, ikaw nga ang matikas. Oh. Hindi ba responsibility ng commander turuan mo yung subordinates mo?
Opo, Your Honor. Araw-araw po yan, Your Honor. Sa Kaladipar po, pinapaliwanagan ko po yan ng do's and don'ts.
So,
Yung mga-
excuse me. Hindi ako maniniwala sa iyo kasi simpleng tokhang hindi alam ni Sergeant Agaraw. Okay. Tokhang. Katukin, kausapin yung suspected drug user or puser na kumbinsihin na tumigil na o mag-surrender sa inyo. Kasi may magandang programa ang PNP, tama ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. For 7 months period assignment mo sa PCP4, hindi ka naman napakagaling para masagot mo na eksakto. For 7 months period, ilan yung na-imagine mo na napasurrender ninyo peacefully para mag-undergo ng program ng PNP? Palagay mo lang, bilang PCP commander.
Your Honor, hindi ko po masagot pero marami po surrender dahil kinakatok nga po, pinapakausapan.
O more or less,
Kayo ano ba? Ilan ba?
more or less.
Pinagsusumba sir dun sa...
Kaya ilan nga. Hindi ko... Your Honor, pasensya na po, hindi ko po talaga wala.
O sige, dahil hindi mo masagot, can you submit to us yung siyempre, pag may pinasurrender ka, hindi naman kwentuhan barbero yan eh. May record dapat, di ba?
Operation po, Your Honor, ang nag-
Excuse me. Di ba tokhang?
Opo, Your Honor.
Pag kinatok kita, kasi drug suspect ka eh, puser or user. Sabi ko, Mr. Garcia, may information kami, ikaw ay gumagamit ng illegal na droga. Pwede kang mag-surrender sa amin, may programa kami, or kung hindi naman, itigil mo na. So, in compliance with this program ni former Chief PNP, General De La Rosa, Tokhang, maganda ito eh. Ang tanong ko sa iyo, on the records, ilan yung naiisip mo na na-comply ninyo dito sa Tokhang?
Your Honor,
Umiiling si
Your
Sergeant
Honor,
Garcia
hindi ko po
Agaraw.
Your Honor,
Sinasabi niya,
alis
wala
po this po
kayong
talaga,
mga
hindi ko po alam yung figure. Pero marami po napasurrender dahil lahat po yan ng mga...
O sige, for that matter, kasi matagal na yan. Kaya mong mag-submit ng record kung ilan yung natokhang ninyo? Kasi, you know, Mr. Chair, napakaganda ng programa eh, tokhang. The problem is, pagdating sa implementation, na iba na eh. That's why, madidinig natin sa publiko, ipatokhang na yan. So, pag i-interpret natin yung ipatokhang na yan, ipapatay na yan. So, kitang-kita, sabi nga ni Honorable Chairman Akop, may problema. Simpleng tokhang, hindi alam ng tao mo. Oh. So, talagang very clear, Mr. Chair, yung magandang programang Tokhang hindi na-interpret at hindi na-implement properly sa grounds.
Your Honor, na-implement po yan. Nagkamali lang po ng pagkakasalita po si Agaraw. Pero alam niya po yan. Dahil ito po, matinong tao po ito. Nagkataon lang po talaga na palaban lang.
Tao, ah. Alam
Mr.
niya yan.
Chair, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
I beg to disagree.
Go ahead,
Pati
go
po niya,
ahead.
alam niya. O sige,
Pero,
tutuloy ko yung pagtatanong sa kanya, masasagot niya lahat.
Sagutin mo kasi baga nervous eh.
O, ibig sabihin, ninenervous siya. O, ano yung other barrel? Anong tawag ninyo? Double barrel yan eh. Yung sinabi nyo na Project Tokhang is only one of the barrels. What is the other barrel? Eh, doon pa lang, hindi na nga kayo magkasundo eh. Tapos sasabihin mo, marunong? Come on. Mas matagal ako sa pulis kaysa sa'yo. Kaya wag mo akong turuan doon. Oh, alam mo ba, yung other barrel, anong pangalan? Sasabihin ko sa iyo, Project HVT as differentiated from Project Tokhang. Yung Tokhang galing sa salitang tuktok at hangyo. Hindi ko alam kung anong dialect yun.
Saya.
Oo. Yung HVT, yung high value targets ang target. Ito yung community-based na drug pushers at drug users. Ngayon, sasabihin mo sa aking harapan na marunong yung bata mo? Come on. Tell that to the Marines. Maniniwala siguro yung Marino, pero yung pulis hindi.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congresswoman Boson.
we be appraised of the cases nitong sinasabi nila? Kasi I believe ang CHR ay meron dito ano ba yung mga kaso na ito, Mr. Chair? Kasi dinulog din to sa CHR, ano?
Yes, Your Honor. We confirm that the CHR conducted an investigation on the Morillo case.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang ikwento sa atin ni Attorney Jacqueline ang circumstansya nung mga investigation, yung investigation particular na ginawa nila sa CHR?
We conducted an investigation back then in 2016, and we issued a resolution in 2018. We did find that a human rights violation was committed in this case because we primarily relied on the affidavit of one minor who was a witness to the incident, who positively identified that the victim Morillo was asked to kneel and alongside other suspects were killed. And we also used the affidavit of Morillo himself aside from the lone witness. We do note that in this case, the respondent police officers opted not to submit their counter affidavits, Your Honor.
Wait, Major Garcia, ito niyo yung findings ng CHR tungkol dito.
Wala po kasi po kasi ko dyan, pati, tapos na po yung shooting incident, kaya hindi po masasagot, Your Honor. Si Agaro po mismo kapag-sabi, Your Honor.
Dumating ka after the shooting incident.
Opo, Your Honor.
So it's still your responsibility to know. Dapat alamin mo din yan sapagkat ikaw ang head ng di ba? Oo, dapat alam mo.
Opo, Your Honor.
So, kaya tinatanong kita, wala kang personal knowledge. Hindi ako naniniwala dyan. Oo, you're a responsible policeman, you're an officer.
Your Honor, ang ibig ko pong sabihin, yung pong incident, yung shooting incident po, wala po ako doon sa pangyayari. Kaya hindi ko po alam. Pero ako po nag-utos po.
Wala ka sa pangyayari.
Yes, Your
Pero
Honor.
sinabi ng CHR, merong human rights violation sa ginawa ninyo.
Again, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman ako.
I beg to disagree with this statement. Ang nakakaalam ay yung si Sergeant Agaraw. At the opening statement of Mr. Agaraw or Sergeant Agaraw to the questions a while ago, sinabi niya na wala siya sa lugar. may dingding nasa side daw ang pangyayari. So how would he have, shall we say, witnessed the shooting? Siya na nga mismo nagsasabi na hindi niya nakita eh. From the very start ng kanyang statement. Hindi ba yun ang sinabi mo kanina? Tapos itinuturo ka ng boss mo na ikaw ang nakakaalam. Hindi ko kayo maintindihan eh. Di ba? Na-memorya ko po yung kasagutan nyo sa mga katanungan eh. Kaya mali na naman yung statement mo, Major. Huwag mong ituro si Agaraw. Siguro mas may mga tao dyan na nakakaalam kung ano talaga ang tunay na pangyayari. Marami pong salamat, Honorable Busita.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, you can answer the question one more time. Kasi look, the findings of the Commission on Human Rights, sinabi na merong human rights violation. Meron, Attorney Jacqueline? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, I would like you to answer that.
Your Honor, hindi ko po kasi masagot dahil dumating po sir ako tapos na po yung shooting incident. Kaya wala po ang personal knowledge, Your Honor.
I'm not convinced with your answer. Anyway,
Yes.
hindi
Yes,
ka,
Your Honor.
hindi ka
Dumating
eyewitness.
po ako ron, Your Honor, tapos na po yun.
Pagkat ikaw ang head.
Yes, Your Honor, dahil po sa iba't ibang reklamo, sa mga impormasyon po na binibigay ng barangay captain, na yung mga tao na involved sa robbery, hold up at droga, kaya pinagplanuhan ko po talaga para mahuli po yung grupo na yan. Kasi nung pong commander pa po, sir, ako, Your Honor, Payatas, sinusumbong na rin po sa akin yan. Nagkataon lang po talaga na yung lugar kasi untouchable yan eh. Your Honor, alam po ng lahat yan. Alam po ng lahat yan. Kung na-video lang po yung pangyayari, pag-akit po namin dyan, palakpakan po lahat dyan. Dahil tuwan-tuwa, dahil masalot po yan. Salot po yan. May mga previous na-file po yung complaint niya sa korte. At hindi lang po gagawa ng kwento ng mga barangay captain po yan, ng Commonwealth, Balara, Payatas, yung executive human right po officer doon, saka yung bagong sila, kung matitinong tao po yan. Nagkataon lang po talaga nagkaroon po, Your Honor, ng unfortunate na shooting
Ang
incident.
pinag-uusapan natin ito lamang si Efren Murillo, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Na nabuhay na acquitted ng korte.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Nang sabi, mayroong human rights violation na ginawa laban kay Efren Murillo. Hindi ko natin pinag-uusapan dito yung iba. Oo. Ako, naniniwala ako sa drug on war. Ito yun. Naniniwala ako dyan. Believe ako dyan. Pero hindi ako naniniwala na dapat mayroong namamatay na marami. Tama ba ako? Mali.
Opo, opo. Ako naman po, Your Honor.
Naniniwala ka rin na hindi dapat pumatay ang marami. Correct.
Opo, Your Honor.
Yun ang sinasabi ko. Kaya mayroong human rights violation na sinasabi. We're only referring to one person. Efren Murillo lang ang i-refer natin dito. Ang ginagawa mo, ganito. Ginagawa mong bobo ang judge. Inakwit siya sa kaso eh. E di walang alam yung judge, kayo merong alam. Hindi nakinig sa inyo. Oh, pero palang judge na bobo, Director Santiago, naging judge ka. Yan ang kapulisan natin. Sinasabi na hindi totoo yung talagang walang kinalaman itong si Efren Murillo. Kaya hindi dapat na i-acquit ng hukuman ang kaso. Kaya nung nag-file ng counter charges, dinismiss ng ombudsman yung kaso. That's what I'm referring to. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, merong human rights violation. Yan ang findings ng CHR.
Opo, Your Honor.
Kaya tinatanong kita, naniniwala ka ba na merong human rights violation? Under oath ka, naniniwala ka ba na merong human rights violation kay Efren Murillo? Hindi ko pinag-uusapan yung ibang napatay. Yes or no?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Papanindigan mo yung no.
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. Hindi ko alam kung bakit you can take an oath and you can lie. You know? Yes, Congressman Busita.
Mr. Chair. Major Garcia, 7 months ka sa PCP4, di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
And itong issue na to, ito yung first issue or incident na sinasabi mo, tama?
Opo, Your Honor.
Ito, shooting incident.
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. Maliban dito, for 7 months, may iba pa bang suspects na namatay? Wala.
Meron pong ibang operation, Your Honor, na meron pong casualty.
May casualties.
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. So, alam mo, pag na-assign tayo sa isang assignment, kaya mong sagutin to eh. Kasi 7 months lang yan eh. More or less, ilan ang casualties doon sa assignment mo for 7 months? More or less, hindi ko kailangan eksakto.
Your Honor, hindi ko po masagot kasi hindi ko po alam yung figure eh.
Hindi mo alam.
Pero
Hindi mo
minimal lang po ang casualty po sa operation po sa
Okay.
Bagong Silangan.
Baguhin na lang natin tanong, Mr. Chair. 7 months. Doon sa 7 months doon, meron bang month na na-zero ka? Meron, wala?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Wala, laging meron. So, may casualties lagi. Tama.
Hindi ko po masigurado, Your Honor.
Kasi
Pero,
di ba may weekly conference?
yes, Your Honor.
Oh, di doon sa 4 weeks, 1 month yun eh. O, ibig sabihin, tinatanong ko sa'yo, may month ba doon na na-zero ka?
Madalas po, Your Honor. Dahil ino-observe ko po yung diplomasya.
Diplomasya.
Opo.
So,
Di
hindi
ba,
ba
di ba ikaw pinakamagaling?
Your Honor, pagdating lang po sa
Ito
output,
ikaw pinakamagaling.
Opo, Your Honor. Alam naman po yan ng mga PCP Station Commander po ng Batasan. Ng
Alright, Congressman Busita.
Kaya nga, Mr. Chair, ako nalilito sa'yo. Ikaw ang pinakamagaling pero hindi mo ma-recall. O sige. Siya ang leading. So, leading ka doon sa 5 PCP. Anong PCP ang kasunod sa'yo sa ranking?
Hindi ko po masagot, Your Honor. Si ano po siguro, yung classmate ko po, si Major Lucena. Yung po ang pangalawa sa akin sa maraming
Major
output.
Lucena. Okay. So, kung magaling siya during the conference, sa weekly conference, anong nakikita mo sa report niya? Every week, meron siyang accomplishment with casualties? Wala. Meron.
Meron po sa drug out po, Your Honor. Yung mga
Weekly siya.
nakakulong, naipapile.
Weekly, may accomplishment siya.
Meron po, hindi po nawawalan yun.
May casualty siya, weekly.
Basta masipag po yun.
Hindi, kaya nga, tinatanong
Your
ko.
Honor, masipag po yun, masipag.
Hindi, tinatanong ko, weekly, meron siyang
Meron po.
casualty.
Wala pong casualty, Your Honor. Yung pong output, ibig ko po sabihin yung na-aresto na ipinapile yung reklamo sa korte, Your Honor.
Okay, balikan lang natin, Mr. Chair. So, doon sa Tokhang, di ba may programa ang PNP doon?
Opo, Your Honor.
Meron kayong report na yung accomplishment na nag-avail ng seminar handled by religious leaders in relation dito sa anti-illegal drugs campaign? Meron? Wala?
Meron po yata, Your Honor.
Yata.
Your Honor, hindi po ganong pero ang alam ko po kasi pinapagsumba po yan eh. Sinasama sila sa sumba. Yung mga mga surrendery.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman sa DO, kaya pa po ba nating makapag-submit ng accomplishment ni Major Garcia dito sa Tokhang? DO, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will require the NCRPO to produce the records, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
So, kailan po natin may
with the
sasubmit,
indulgence of-
Mr. Chair? Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Congressman.
Major Garcia, sinabi mo kanina, when you answered the question of the Honorable Busita, meron kayong average of 15 anti-illegal drugs operations.
Your Honor, approximately po. Hindi
Yes,
ko
I
po
know, I know. Sinabi mo, ako pa nga nagsasabi, estimate ang ibigay mo. Pinugbulong ko sa iyo. Tapos may binanggit ka, aside from the fact na meron kayo dapat 50 Tokhang operations. Tama ba yung pagkarinig ko?
Ang ibig ko po sabihin, Your Honor, 50 household per day po na subject for Tokhang po. Yun po yung
Yes, yun nga.
yun po, Your Honor.
50
Household
na
po.
requirement for Tokhang operations.
Opo, sir. Opo, Your Honor, para
Sino po ang nagbigay ng 50?
ayun po yung kasama po sa programa yun dahil ang hinahabol po rin maging
Sino po ang nagbigay ng programa?
si Sir Pate po, yung station commander na kinakailangan itokhang yun araw-araw. At least 50.
So, ang sinasabi mo nyo sa amin, kasi dun sa isang hearing sa Committee on Public Order and Safety, question kasi kung bakit napakarami anti-illegal drug operations, bypass operations, at saka yung pagkukuhan dun sa mga community-related drug pushers and users, na dinideny ng kapulisan na meron talagang kota eh. Pero ngayon, sa pagsasagot mo dun sa pagtatanong ni Honorable Busita, may kota. Which tells us na meron talagang requirement yung PNP higher headquarters na dapat ito ang gawin ninyo. So yung pagsasagot sa amin ng mga kapulisan doon sa Committee on Public Order and Safety, ay nagsisinungaling sila. Ikaw na mismo nagtitistigo na may kota pala na sinasabi ng inyong station commander. Maraming salamat po, Honorable Busita, Mr. Chair.
Before that, you alam mo, Major Garcia, you just submit to us the report, okay? Tungkol sa kota ninyo.
Your Honor, kukorek ko lang po pala, programa po, para maikumple po yung barangay drug free.
So, kinokorek mo yung sarili mo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kinokorek mo yung sarili mo. Dahil lang. Kinokorek mo yung sarili mo.
Yung pagkakagamit po na
Dahil
kayo.
pag nagsinungaling ka, kinokorek mo yung sarili mo.
Sinasabi ko lang po yung dapat term na sinabi
Ito
ko.
ang gagawin natin, ha? You submit to us the report of the incident. Or, if you cannot, I will ask the committee members to hold you in contempt. Submit to us the report. Pwede mong gawin yan, hindi.
Your Honor, nung wala po akong report, sinabi ko po kay Sir Pate yan, ay properly informed po nung mangyayari yan. Pero wala pong report na nagawa, Your Honor. Basta ay properly informed po nung mangyayari. Pagdating ko po sa area, nung nakita ko po yung pangyayari, yun, tumawag po kay Sir Pate kagad.
Pwede ba yun? Major Bakay, General Bakay, pwede ba yun na walang i-produce na report itong mga taong ito on the incident that happened?
Normally, Mr. Chair, there should be a report.
Investigation report. No, normally, meron dapat. Can you produce it or not?
Your Honor, wala po akong naisabit po niya. Personal lang po informa Sir Patay. Hindi po nakapagsabit po ng after incident report.
Mr. Chair. General Salvador, ikaw ngayon ng DO, di ba? Directorate for Operations. Ano po ba ang unang gagawin na isang pulis na nag-operate at may nangyari? Are they not supposed to be, number one, to submit a spot report?
Yes, that's true, Your Honor. In fact, under our POP, kapag mayroong armed confrontation, tulad ng nangyari, not only incident report, but of course, detailing the circumstances
Yes.
of what happened.
Po yun yung investigation report na eh. But the first report that a policeman has to make when he is there in the incident is to come up with a spot report.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And that will be submitted up to Camp Crame.
Yes, Your Honor.
And here comes a major who may apat ba na namatay? And no spot report has been made? Are you trying to tell me na ganyan na ngayon?
I believe there is, Your Honor. I guess we can retrieve that.
Siya mismo eh, na nandun, siya ang commander na nandun, the highest officer or the ground commander of that operation. Sinasabi nga kaya nga ako nagtataka eh. Siya na mismo nagsabi that he did not make any report at all.
I will submit, Your Honor.
Siya na mismo umaamin eh. Are you going to contradict that? Siya na mismo umaamin. Which is the best shall we say, testimony na dapat matanggap ng korte, yung mismong tao. Hindi ko kayo maintindihan eh. Naguguluhan na nga ako rito. a mere spot report, 4 na taong namatay and no spot report was ever made. Come on.
Major Garcia, is that how cheap life is to you? 3 ang napatay, 1 ang nasugatan. You do not even have any spot report or investigation report. Tanungin kita, is that how cheap life is to you? May anak ka ba? Meron kang anak. Marami kang anak. Okay. Marami kang anak.
Opo, Your
Kung
Honor.
yan mangyari sa mga anak mo, anong gagawin mo?
Masakit po, sir. Masakit po, Your Honor.
Anong gagawin mo? General Salvador, if you promise me that you are going to get this major to submit to us an investigation report, if you promise me that now, I will not convince my colleagues here to hold him in contempt.
Yes, Your Honor, we will produce the investigation report.
And will you submit that to us?
We can refer this for a while to the National Capital Region Police Office, and we will check with the SIRAS, Your Honor. And probably, Your Honor, we can also ask.
What if you
There was a
what
report, Your Honor, read
if
by.
there's no report whatsoever? What will you do with Major Garcia?
Then we will submit the decision to your committee, Your Honor.
What will you do as a Philippine National Police to Major Garcia who did not follow your procedure?
Of course, as a matter of procedure, again, he will be subjected to administrative investigation, Your Honor.
Okay, I will be banking on your promise to us, okay?
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Congressman.
Hindi na sana ako magtatanong pero Major Garcia, yung nangyari po ba ay anti-illegal drug operation? O sabi mo kanina, kasama sa Project Tokhang. Hindi ba yung Project Tokhang sa anti-illegal drug operation? Bakit nahirapan ka ngayon sumagot?
Opo, kasama po yun sa
Kasama.
Opo, Your Honor.
For any anti-illegal drug operation, the law says that before you operate, meron kayong coordination sa PDEA, right?
Your Honor, yung pong PC...
Hindi nga, sagutin mo muna yung tanong ko. Yung ba, hindi ba yun ang requirement ng batas?
Your Honor, sa Tokhang po kasi, Your Honor.
Requirement ng batas. That is why nag-question nila yung constitutionality ng O-Plan double barrel.
Your Honor, mapaliwanag po, Your Honor. Kasi po sa PCP level po, wala po kaming bypass, Your Honor. Wala pong bypass sa PCP level. Pag PCP level ka po, wala pong bypass, Your Honor.
Ano po ang tawag nyo?
Basta tsansapan lang po yung panguhuli ng drugs. Tsansapan, 11. Yun lang naman po eh.
Sinadya ninyo yung pagpunta sa mga tao yun. Alam ninyo kung sino yung pupuntahan yung tao.
Opo, Your Honor.
May chance ba yun?
Ang ibig ko po sabihin, Your Honor po, kasi marami po reported na binabanggit po sila ng iba't ibang barangay. Kaya ang
pero ang report tungkol sa drugs.
Drugs at robbery hold up po,
Yes.
Your Honor.
In other words,
huwag
mo nang isama yung robbery hold up kasi nagdidepensa ka na sa sarili mo eh. Sa drugs, di ba? Kasi Antimano, sinabi ng bata mo, tukhang nga eh. Pag tukhang, drugs yun. Di ba? Nakala ko ba, ikaw ang pinakamagaling? Sabi ni Honorable Busita. Sige. Ano? Drugs yun?
Opo, Your Honor, drugs po
And
talaga.
therefore, if you operate against illegal drugs, the law requires that you have to coordinate with PDEA pursuant to Republic Act 9165.
Pero,
Diba?
Your Honor, pagkapaliwanag lang po, Your Honor.
Hindi nga. Alam mo ba yung batas na yun or requirement?
Pero Your Honor, sa PCP, yung po
Ang
practice
tanong ko
kasi
po,
dati po.
alam mo ba yung requirement na yun?
Kapag ka po bypass, Your Honor, talagang pagka po 5 ang tatrabawin, kinakailangan po i-bypass, Your Honor. Pero pagka po yung 11 lang.
May I ask the Director General of PDEA, ano po yung kaisipan nyo tungkol dito sa incidenting ito? Though they need at the, ano sabi mo level? Station level?
Pagka PCP level po, Your Honor,
PCP level,
wala pong bypass.
they do not need to coordinate with PDEA regarding their anti-illegal drug operations. Did the law qualify that?
Your Honor, it doesn't qualify. It is required that all
anti-illegal drug operation should be coordinated with PIDEA.
Yes. That is the requirement of the law, and the law did not qualify whether at any level. You have to make coordination with PIDEA. That is the requirement of the law. But you did not.
Your Honor, yun po kasi ang practice po eh.
Ay, baka wrong practice yun, iho. Hindi yung tamang practice ang sinunod mo.
Your Honor, kahit po nung na-assign po ako sa Marikina,
Kahit saan ka man nasa,
Sorry
kahit
po,
na
Ate
Timbuktu, yun ang sinasabi ng batas natin at yun din ang susundin natin. Maybe that is the reason why kayong mga pulis ngayon ay sumasabit ng todo-todo. Oh. Doon lang sa Committee on Public Order where I sit, napakarami ng pulis na nadadali. Dahil sa mali na implementation ninyo ng batas at yung inyong Police Operational Procedure or Manual. General Salvador, ako ay demoralized dyan sa naririnig ko ngayon para sabihin ko sa iyo. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Major,
Opo, Your Honor.
meron tayong kasabihan in silent law, no? Ignorance of the law excuses no one,
Opo, Your Honor.
especially policemen. Okay. Siya, demoralized. Ako, ganun din. Now look, I'm going to work against your promotion.
Opo, Your Honor.
General Salvador,
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
better give me all the police report or miscellaneous report on this. Oo. And we will stay on making a motion to hold him in contempt and arrest him for him to stay in Congress.
Yes, sir.
Until such time that you submit that to me.
Actually,
And
on the,
number two, I would like you to give us a letter on what you're going to do with your policeman who is ignorant of your procedures.
yes, Your Honor. We will submit, Your Honor.
Ikaw pa naman ang pinakamahusay. Siya nagsabi. Ikaw ang nagsabi.
Your Honor, masipag po.
Ikaw-
Masipag po.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
yung tawag namin doon kung ikaw nagsasabi, ikaw pinamagaling BS, believe sa sarili.
Anyway, let's move on, no? Okay? I think I'm finished with you. Ha?
Opo, Your Honor.
Please take note, ha? Ito, hindi ako nagbibiro dito.
Opo, Your Honor.
I'm gonna find out if ever you get promoted, I am going to stop it.
Opo, Your Honor.
Commissioner Bernardo, nahilig po niyo ang sinabi ko. Kayo nasa Napolcom.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll take it under serious consideration, Your Honor.
Okay, that's the reason why we invited the commissioners of the Napolcom here for them to be able to listen to what you're going to say.
Opo, Your Honor.
Oo. And hindi ito na pinupunteriya ka namin. This is an investigation. Okay. Huwag niyong iibahin sa korte ito. Alright? This is not the court. But we have the power in this Congress. O, alam yan, ng abogado mo. Alright? Oo.
Opo, Your Honor.
Ultimong mga kasamahan namin dito, ini-expel namin eh. Congressman Andy Tevez was expelled. Do you know who made a motion to expel him? Ito. In the Committee of Ethics. Okay. I would like to call right now, Charles Owen Molinos. Is he here? Will you please come and sit over here? You may go and sit right behind me, but just sit behind me. Okay? We have Michael Maderable, Ronnie Bangat, June Raut Pinheiro. Yeah. Charles Owen Molinos, sino po sila? Kayo? Okay, Michael Maderable. Sino po sila? Michael Maderable. We have Ronnie Bangat. We have June Ralph Pinero. Oo. We have also invited Emmanuel Ibit, di ba? Where is he? Alam niyo kung nasan siya? Because he did not even send us a letter about that. Well, anyway, okay. You belong to the Philippine National Police Regional Office 11 under Police Colonel Lito Patay. Am I right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano ang rango ninyo? Anong rank mo?
Staff
Staff
Sergeant.
Sergeant
Yes,
and
Mr.
you?
Staff Sergeant.
Staff Sergeant,
Police Chief Master Sergeant, Your Honor.
did you take your oath?
Yes, Your Honor.
All of you took your oath, okay? Now, according to Police Colonel Lito Patay, during his stint as commander of the Batasan, sa kanyang watch, more than 100 people were killed. Do you attest to that?
Di ko po mano yung exact figure, Mr.
Sabi
Chair.
niya more than 100. And he was only there for about 8 months. Do you attest to that? Ikaw? Hindi mo alam.
Di ko paano yung...
Ikaw?
Hindi ko din alam yung figure, Your Honor.
Ikaw?
The same, Your Honor. Hindi ko rin alam yung figure.
Ganon. But you were involved. Because you were under him eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You were involved.
Yes, Mr.
So okay. In your own involvement, how many of those 100, for example, na napatay ninyo sa encounter?
I cannot ano yung sa ano niya, Mr. Chair, sa exactly na figure, Mr. Chair.
Pero mayroon kayo napatay.
I'm not sure, Your Honor, kung ako po yung nakatama, Your Honor.
Meron ka napatay o wala?
Not sure, Your Honor, kung ako po yung nakatama, Your Honor. Kasi hindi lang po ako yung pumutok.
Pero
Your Honor.
nagmaril ka.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Hindi mo alam kung nakatama ka.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Paano ka pa mga pulis asintado?
Hindi naman po siguro lahat.
Si Director Jimmy Santiago, pakituruan nga ito. Oo. Kabakatlo ka, ako hindi ako pulis. Asintado ako. Naglalaro ako. Meron akong sariling firing range. Alright? Ay, sabihin mo sa akin na bumaril ka, hindi mo alam kung nakatama.
Kasi hindi lang po ako yung pumutok, Mr. Chair.
Andito ba yung council nila? Do you have a council here?
No, Mr. Chair.
No, you have no council. Okay. Kaya ikaw naman, PO2 Maderable.
Yes,
Pumutok
Mr.
ka
Chair.
ba? Pumutok ka din. Ha?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Pero hindi mo alam kung nakapatay ka. Pumutok ka rin ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ikaw?
Yes, Your Honor.
Masarap ba pumutok? Okay ba? Exciting ba ang gumamit ng baril at paputukan ang tao? Na merong more than 100. Colonel Patay testified here. More than 100. So tinatanong ko kayo, exciting ba ang pumutok at makapatay? Kahit hindi mo alam kung nakapatay ka.
No, Mr. Chair.
Bakit ka pumutok?
In my, Mr. Chair, as police officer, Mr. Chair, pag ang buhay, Mr. Chair, nasa danger, Mr. Chair, I will defend myself, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I understand that. So, pumutok ka for self-defense purposes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero hindi mo alam kung nakapatay ka. Hindi mo alam kung sino pinutukan mo. Hello, come on. Ako nag-iisip din naman ako eh. Oo, pumutok ka. Hindi mo alam kung nakapatay ka. So hindi mo alam kung sino pinutukan mo.
Pumutok po ako, Mr. Chair, pero
I'm not the only one kasi pumutok, Mr. Chair, kasi may narinig akong putok sa gilid, sa likod ko, Mr. Chair.
Ikaw naman.
Next time.
Bali, pumutok din ako, Mr. Chair, pero hindi ako sigurado kung tumama din, Mr. Chair.
Hindi ka sigurado kung tumama.
Yes.
Pero, alam mo kung sino yung pinutukan mo? Alam mo ba kung sino ang pinutukan mo?
Yung
Kilala
suspect,
mo?
Mr. Chair. Hindi, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kung self-defense yan, hindi mo alam kung sino pinutukan mo.
Suspect, sir.
How can it be self-defense? I would like to ask my fellow former policemen here, if that would be the case among the police people. Now, I'll be asking our generals about this. Pumutok sila eh. Oo. Okay, kayo naman, self-defense ka rin.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oo.
My life is in danger.
So nakita mo
Puputokin
yung
ko.
danger, nakita mo yung tao, napapatayin ka din. Nakita mo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Pinutukan mo pero hindi mo alam kung tumama.
Yes, Your Honor. Kasi hindi lang rin ako ang pumutok, Your Honor.
Pinag-uusapan yung hindi lang ikaw ang pumutok. Ang pinag-uusapan natin, kung tumama ka at namatay yung tao.
Hindi ko ma-determine, Your Honor, kasi ang putok is sabay-sabay. So yung tama ng bala, hindi namin malalaman kung sino talaga
Sabay-sabay. How about you?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. Kung ako talaga yung nakatama, Your Honor.
Pero self-defense lang ang ginawa mo.
Yes, Your Honor. Pero hindi naman lahat na operation namin, Your Honor, may pumutok kami, Your Honor.
Attorney Conti, sino ba ang mga biktima ng mga ito?
Your Honor, again, may I refer to the Reuters reports. Included among their victims would be Sherwin, the husband of Kathrina Polo, for which actually charges
Andito ba
were
yung
filed.
kanilang mga kamag-anak?
No, Your Honor, we also do not handle this
Okay.
case, but I have information. And for the recollection of Officer Charles Owen Molinos, you remember, Your Honor, during the first hearing, the Reuters reports, Pulitzer-winning Reuters reports were raised. And in one of those reports, it was stated, because they reviewed police crime reports, Molinos took part in 29 operations, which killed 56 people. For your
Sino po?
recollection.
Kayo yun.
Charles Owen Molinos,
Mr. Chair.
Ayan, sinasabi na sa inyo. Ilan po?
29 operations that killed 56 people. And Your Honor, in one of those cases, ito yung parang massacre yatang tinuturing, which occurred in 2017. They filed a case regarding what they call the Payatas massacre. And this was nag-request po ng investigation against QCPD Chief Patay. And he was actually charged with 2 counts of grave neglect of duty. And then the others who were part of the operation. Molinos, Maderable are among those charged. There was also a case filed before the Office of the Ombudsman for murder and violation of, for planting of evidence, Your Honor. I understand they were ordered to file a counter affidavit. They filed, but I do not know how the Office of the Ombudsman ruled in this case. The victims who filed the case here were Katrina Polo, Marlene Bordeos, and Marisa Hamos. I think, Your Honor, until in the reports in Reuters, may binabanggit din po yung mga biktima na they were experiencing harassment from this unit. So, actually, the report from Reuters paints this group as, ito po yung may special kill skills, yung nabanggit na una. Special kill skills.
Special
Kill.
skills.
Skills. Yes, Your Honor.
Ano ibig sabihin nun?
That's their claim, that they would have special kill skills. That they have that kind of skills. Parang talent. That talentado
Panahon ng
pumatay.
mga cowboys yan nung araw sa California saka sa Texas. Oo, yung mga ganyan. Oo.
Yes.
Meron akong gusto nyo, bigyan ko kayo ng Magnum 44.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
may I know, did all this happen in 1 year?
I understand around 2016, parang napalipat po yata sila later on. They were reassigned. Well, they all came from Davao. They were assigned from Davao, but eventually, I think this team was disbanded. If I recall, in 2017, Officer Patay was reassigned to Bulacan, I think. So, kumbaga, after nagkaroon na ng issue, nag-iba-iba na sila. So, I am unfamiliar with the present designations. But in August 2016, I understand they were part of this very deadly death squad composed of Davao boys.
Mr. Chair, the DPRM is present here.
Present, Mr. Chair.
Yes. May I request DPRM to submit the PDS of Colonel Patay?
We will submit, Mr. Chair.
And the 4 people or the team that he brought from Davao?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We'll submit, Mr. Chair.
Now, are these people already back in Davao?
I have to check, Mr. Chair, but I believe some of them were already in Davao.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, Attorney, yung na-mention niyo po na report, are there others involved in
the report?
In the group? I mean, part of the group, or ito lang sila lang pong 4?
Mukhang marami pa po eh. There is also a name that I can see here, Ronick De Ocampo, who is a member of Station 6 but not a Davao boy. So there would be about 30 operatives involved in this team.
Station in one area or
Station 6, Your Honor.
Station 6.
Batasan, QCPD.
Here. Okay. So can you, available ba yung mga pangalan?
I think so, Your Honor. We will provide perhaps a copy of
that we can also invite them.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Meron pa, Attorney Conti, that you'd like to state? Attorney Neri, do you have anything to say?
If I may, Mr. Chair, thank you for that. Una muna, just this case, wala bang ballistic talaga, Mr. Chair? Ano? Wala talaga silang investigation at all. Kaya hindi nga nila alam kung sinong tumama sa ano eh. I mean, di ba kung may ballistic report or...
We have actually invited Colonel Patay here, but he didn't come, and not even explaining why he didn't come. So we issued a show cause order for him.
Sige, Mr. Chair, dugtong ko na lang, doon kanina lang sa kay Major, ang comment ko lang sa comment ng PNP is this. Pauna muna, ang tawag namin sa law niya negative pregnant eh. Kasi ang sabi ni Attorney Chrissy Conti, ganito ang nangyari kay Murillo, pumunta siya doon, naglalaro sila ng pool, binaril, si Ada, tapos pati sila pinaluhod binaril. Ang sagot ni Major, drug addict talaga, drug pusher yun, involved pa ngayon sa robbery, na parang this justifies the act. He did not actually answer na hindi totoo yun. Hindi totoong binaril namin nakaluhod o surrender na. Ang sabi niya lang, guilty talaga yon. So yun ang worrisome dito, Mr. Chair. If the police would consider people na guilty, pwede ka nang barilin. Second, na strange, Mr. Chair, is that ang sagot niya kanina kung bakit hindi na-convict, hindi kasi sinabi directly ni Formiliesa. Baka naman kasi hindi totoo bumaril ng laban. So why should we force Formiliesa to say something na hindi totoo? And thirdly, bakit direct assault? May patay kanina, attempted homicide kasi bumaril daw patay yon. Ito, bumaril din pero direct assault. Hindi nila kinasuhan si Murillo ng drugs. Baka nga naman walang drugs, di ba? Parang maraming weird sa kaso ni Murillo na hindi ma-explain ng PNP from my legal point of view. Kaya very strange talaga ang kasong to na nangyari. And lastly, kung totoo na si Murillo ay talagang kriminal, etc. Una, parang hindi ko maisip na magkakaso siya sa pulis. Kinasuhan niya sila eh. Kinasuhan niya. Ibig sabihin, na-assert niya na inosente ako doon. Naglalaro lang ako ng pool doon eh. Pangalawa, kaya sige, totoo pa man yun, hindi rin pwedeng parilin mo na lang siya kung ganon. So, yun lang ang comment ko sa ilang testimony kanina. Pero kanina, maganda na ferret out nyo yun, yung quota. Kasi that was a major exposition. Dito, kanina pa kami nag-iisip ng tanong doon sa 50. Saan ang galing yung 50? Sino nagbigay noon? Kasi that was the suspicion of all na may quota for a long time.
Pero palagay ko, General Bakay, wala nang quota-quota ngayon, di ba? Kasi ako, naniniwala ako may quota kasi it was even a general who told me about that. Oh, general who told me, may quota yan. Oh, hindi ko lang pwedeng sabihin sa inyo kung sino. Pero meron. Meron ba kayong narinig na ganyan? Meron ba kayong quota na tawag?
Wala, Your Honor. Wala, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Asek Racho, you're from the DILG. Now, you have been here since the very beginning and you have been hearing all the testimonies. I'd like to find out your statement about this.
Come again, sir. What on the quota?
Yeah, DILG kayo, di ba? Kayo may hawak ng Philippine National Police. So, ano ba ang inyong assessment tungkol dito?
Well, Mr. Chair, unang-una ho, nakikita ko yung malaking tulong na nagagawa nung session na ito. Hindi lang ho sa mga biktima, pati ho doon sa iba. Sa PNP na rin ho. That's one ho. Two, this is an opportunity for all of us concerned here na may air yung gusto nilang sabihin upang mabalanse yung pagsasaayos ng mga bagay-bagay. Meron ako nakikitang dalawang parang major component nito. One is yung the moving forward thing. With this, maitatama natin or maiaayos natin yung mga susunod na pwedeng gawin. And then two is yung itong mga nangyari na at ano ang commitment natin dito para mapabilis. Yun ang nakikita ko dito. So in general ho, Mr. Chair, the DILG is supporting this at nakikita ho namin ang bentahe na yung advantages na ito ho ay nangyayari. Nakikita ko rin ho yung pagiging liberal ng mga pag-uusap dito kung saan ang lahat ho ay nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na makapagsalita. Sa ganang akin ho, tingin ko ito ho ay magandang oportunidad para sa lahat na buksan yung isip at maging liberal sa kanilang pagsusuhestyon upang ang mga gagawin o kailangang isabatas ay mapulido para nang sa gayon ang mga susunod na panahon ay maging mas madali para sa lahat tungo sa magandang pagsiserbisyo sa bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Please convey to the good secretary about what has happened today.
I will, Mr. Chair.
And also, I hope that our Director General of the Philippine National Police would have changed the methods that they're going to use as far as dealing with any crime is concerned. General Bakay, please convey that to him. Okay? Para naman itong mga biktima nating ito, talagang mag-come forward na. At yung sinasabi mo kanina, na palagay mo na nabawasan ang pagkitiwala nila sa kapulisan, ay magtiwala sa ating kapulisan. Oo. Sapagat hanggang ngayon, kahit anong survey makikita nyo, sabihin na natin, sinabi ni Major Garcia kanina, at tuwan-tuwa yung mga tao ron sa Payatas, na na-address nyo yung drug, tuwan-tuwa sila. Pero until now, the trust rating of the Philippine National Police is not as high as it should be. Yun ang problema natin eh. Di ba? Oh. Yung napakabilis niyong gumamit ng baril. Napakabilis niyo na we are not living here in this country under the barrel of a gun. Meron tayong democratic processes dito. And the thing is, nakikita nyo, kayong nasa leadership ng Philippine National Police, na para bang independyente itong nasa ilalim ninyo, na gumagawa ng mga bagay na hindi nyo iniuutos. Palagay ko naman, hindi iniutos. For example, like Director General Eleazar, you did not actually command under your leadership na ito hangyo lahat to. Hindi mo ginawa yan, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
O, tinan nyo ha. Pakita ko sa inyo. Alright? Bago tayo mag-end dito. Kasi alas 6 na eh. O, kaya alas 6 na. O, hindi pa nanangalian ng kapatid ko.
Nagbirenda naman ako.
O, nagbirenda ka. Oo. Tinan nyo. According to the police data, ang napatay na drug lord 21. Ang financier 9. Maintainer 18. Ano po ba yung maintainer? Yan na lang bakay. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng maintainer?
A maintainer of drug dens, Mr. Chair.
Maintainer ng drug dens to. Okay. Hindi sila ba may-ari ng mga drug dens? Hindi. O, ano yung operator? 12 na operator.
The same, Mr. Chair. It's either they are the maintainer or the operator of.
O, tinan nyo 21 na drug lord, financier 9, maintainer 18, 12 operator. Pero ang mga napatay na pusher, 7,173. Just imagine the disparity on this. Now, itong mga pusher na ito, hindi naman mahiyaman to, mahihirap to. Ang mga mahiyaman yung mga drug lord, yung financier, yung maintainer, yung operator. Nakakapagtaka kung bakit nakakawala ito. Nakakawala ito sa tokhang. Bakit hindi itokhang itong mga hayop? Ay, sorry. Kahit na po ako bishop, pagmura din ako eh. Hindi naman mura yun eh. Talagang kahit ng Panginoong Jesucristo, tinawag niya si Herod na hayop eh. Oo. Ayaw po natin ng ganun. Even John the Baptist, during his time, called the Pharisees as generation of vipers. Sa ating panahon po ba, ganun din tayo? We are generation of vipers? I don't think we are. Am I right? Oh, user. Can you imagine user Ito dapat to i-rehabilitate. Tama ho ba ako? Yes, sir. Tama ba ako?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, Director Jimmy Santiago, tama ho ba ako? Ayan, lahat tayo, General Bakay, General Salvador, di ba? Asag de Rosario, naniniwala tayo dyan, di ba? Alright, 440 ang pinatay. User to. Oh, now, hindi pa kasama dito. Hindi pa kasama dito, yung mga mistaken identity. Hindi pa kasama dito yung hindi user, kundi nadamay lang, katulad nung isa rito na nagdadala lang, doon, driver lang, pinatay, hindi pa kasama dito. Ilang daan yan, mga kaibigan?
Unidentified.
Hindi pa kasama yung unidentified dito. See, look, ako nagpapasalamat ako sa DILG at sa ating Pangulo ngayon na nakita natin na pwede pala nating i-address ang drug problem na walang masyadong namamatay. I hope that would continue. Sapagkat pag marami pang napapatay dito, wala akong pakialam kung sino ang Pangulo. Iimbestigahan ng committee ito. Why? Because that is human rights violations. Now, ang next hearing po natin, iimbitahan natin the former President Duterte on this hearing. Nagkaroon na ng agreement ang members ng committee. Iimbitahan natin si Senator Bato de la Rosa kung papayag ang Senado na siya mag-appear dito. Not because he is a senator, but because during that time, he was the Director General of the Philippine National Police. Ako naniniwala ako, when you speak of interparliamentary courtesy, Pwede silang hindi pumunta when it comes to the fact na iniimbestigahan natin ang pagiging senador nila. But we are investigating the past. Naging Director General siya ng Philippine National Police. Oh, accountability pinag-uusapan dito. Command responsibility pinag-uusapan dito. Hindi lang yan. Iimbitahan din natin si dating Senador Laila De Lima to shed light on this because she knows a lot of things. Oo. Yan ang gusto kong sabihin sa inyo. Alright. Now, meron tayo ditong mga taga other PNP personnel. We have invited Colonel Joby Espinido. We have already made a motion to issue a show cause order on them. And we have, andito siya. Andiyan pala, si Joby Espinido. Alright. Oh, dapat kayo na pa namin tinanong. Alright. Tahimik ka lang dyan eh. Alright. Oh, we have Reynanto Medina. Where is Reynanto Medina? Alright. Can you show yourself here in front? Are you still assigned in Davao? Yes. Are you still in Davao? Nakakita ko, Davao dyan eh. Oh. Pinagmamalaki mo ang pagiging Davaoenyo niyo? Pinagmamalaki mo? Oh. Pinagmamalaki niya. Alright. Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Lau. Andito siya, di ba? Andyan. So, oh. So we have received a spot report on the Murillo case. Ngayon lang. Meron pala eh. Medyo.
Your Honor, nagkamali. Akala ko po after activity report.
Okay, tamo. Nagkamali ka na naman. Oh. Ay, goodness naman, oh. Okay. Colonel Espinido, ako, kilala mo ako, di ba? Oh, you would even give me messages on the scriptures. Oh, I know where you're coming from. All right. Involved in the war on drugs. Am I right? Colonel Espinido? Okay. So what do you think of what's happening now? Comparing it to the past administration. You are now a director or a commander or what?
No, sir.
Where are you assigned?
Police Regional Office 8, sir.
Where?
Personnel.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I would like you to make a statement now. What do you think now? Do you think that there are really human rights violations in the past administration or not?
Good afternoon, it's everyone, sir. And for me, very appreciated naman, sir, ang committee na to because napapakita lang natin sa lahat na may batas. But
yeah, sagutin mo muna yung tanong ko before you appreciate this committee.
Talk about, sir.
Kilala mo naman ako, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo. And I'm not going to belabor my time in this committee if I do not believe in this advocacy. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say you're a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You always give me verses. Binano niya ako. Sabi do. Hindi, sabi niya, kailan ka raw naging Kristiyano?
Matagal sin, sir.
Matagal na raw. Oh, kailan?
Pagkakilala naman sa Panginoon, sir, since nagkataon na nakakilala ko ang Panginoon, sir, ng pagka...
When did you receive the Lord into your heart? When was that?
I think, sir, mga first grade 2 or grade 3.
Therefore, you're not going to lie in this committee, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violation nangyari in the past administration?
Yes, sir. I am a law enforcer, sir. I'm not really see or to hear na magdesisyon ako kung mayroon o wala, sir.
I'm not asking you to make a decision. I'm asking you kung naniniwala ka mayroong human rights violations dito.
As far as yung narinig naman natin, sir.
You're a believer of the Lord Jesus and then you're going to lie to me?
No,
Abay, wala na akong panitawala sa iyo. Huwag ka na mag-text sa akin ng Bible verses.
no, sir. No. Hindi naman sa ganun, sir.
Tanungin mo, sagutin mo ako, Colonel.
There must
Sagutin
be, sir.
mo.
There must be.
Because bago ito believe ako sa iyo. Okay? Sagutin mo na ako ngayon. Naniniwala ka ba na mayroong human rights violations nangyari in the past administration?
Mayroon, sir.
Meron.
Meron.
Okay, good. Salamat.
Yes, sir.
Oo. That's it. Oh, ikaw, naniniwala ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilan napatay mo?
Wala pa po, Your Honor.
Bakit di ka makasagot agad? Makasagot agad. Where are you assigned right now?
At the Davao City Police Office, Your Honor.
Davao City Police Office.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Kasi pinatawag ka dito because you were involved. You were actually involved in the killing of these thousands. You were actually involved. Hindi ka pinatawag dito kung hindi ka nag-involved. All right? So, can you tell me about that? Tell the committee. Were you involved in some cases in this Tokhang operation? Were you involved?
May mga legitimate operation po kami, Your Honor.
I'm not saying it's illegitimate. What I'm saying is, were you involved in any Tokhang operation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you were. You were also involved in the double barrel. Kasi hindi ko alam yun eh. Sasabi ni Congressman Akop eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron kayong involvement sa big time. Ano yun? One time, big time. Involved ka rin doon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you get the order to be involved? From whom?
In my superior, Your Honor.
Therefore, the Philippine National Police Brass, makikita po ninyo rito, I think that the commanders in every provinces or cities are doing their part without the leadership consent on this. Without leadership order on this. Oh, kaya natin iimbitahan dito si former President Duterte. Because kami, narinig namin ang testimony ng mga biktima natin dito. May mistaken identity, may minor de edad, may driver lang dyan, nadamay yan. Alright? May user, napatay. Okay. Ako naniniwala ako, dapat ang mga pusher, arestuhin yan. Dapat yan, kasuhan yan. Pero hindi dapat patayin yan. Tama ako, Colonel Espinido?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Tama, sir.
You see that? Pero maraming napatay. More than 7,000 drug pushers nakalagay dito. Were killed. 440 users